Hello again. How you doing? All right. You haven't said much recently. So again, what we're going to do is try and find a way for the Empress to. I'll just re-explain. The Empress, if she doesn't, if she has to attract. So if she sort of leans forward to do any work, she'll get demoted down to a queen again. She has to sort of plant seeds and wait for them to come to her. The harvest to come to her. So this is all about the law of attraction. This is about actually exerting the influence. So the question is, does the Empress, how can she exert more influence, because she's a bit fed up with waiting? She's like, okay, be patient, Sarah. Just an example. She's a little bit, well, her fingers are sore actually. So, she can't actually lean in and get her hands dirty. But she's thinking, well, I could probably do a better job than him at the moment. So, in the last example, it was just basically, she needed to replace him. So the Empress had to become the Emperor. And off he went, as to her. So this is another example. And we'll see where it goes. Oh, lummy. I just had those books. What is it with me and books? Oh, here we go. I'll put something else on top of them. Okay. So this time we've got the Earth Magic deck. Then we've got the Hecatean Path. And we've got Madame Endora. Okay. So how can Empress maybe share some of the influence of the Emperor, but without, it's a promotion, and how does she get promoted rather than demoted by leaning forward? Also, as a pregnant lady, she has to lean slightly backwards, doesn't she? So they've got the card here for ceremony or invocation. Oh, now I can't read this. Where's that? Where's my reading layer? Oh, well, it's not there. I'll have a stab at it anyway. Panic. Okay, no, I'll have a go. Maybe I'll get a bit of light from somewhere. Where's it going? Okay, let's just do it over. Okay. Whether through indifference, depression, life crisis, or any other manifestation of mental, emotional, or physical blockages, you have drifted from the intimacy with spirit for which you yearn. It is important to do what you can to regain an experience of spiritual power. There we go. A spiritual power. Well, that's what the Empress is, really. That's contained within you and all around you. Do so by conducting a ceremony, one that involves not only spirit but also material objects you consider sacred. Oh, my slow cooker. Set up an altar in a convenient area that is apart from your usual living space. Start with representations of the four major elements: earth, air, fire, water, and then add just a few sacred objects. Set your intentions for the ceremony, such as whether the purpose is for healing, celebration, or honouring a particular earth season or cycle. Then do an invocation to call upon your spirit guides. Breathe their presence and ask these divine beings to guide you throughout the process. Trust their guidance, feel your heartbeat, and keep breathing. That's always a good thing. Breath is the key to the actual experience of spirit, and creating a ceremony is the vehicle that supports this. I managed to blunder my way through that one. That's good. That's more, well, for me anyway, at the moment. Particularly challenged. So that's right. So there's a little thing like that. Okay. Just remember, any of those just have to be good for you, not negative against anybody else. Otherwise you're mushing up the energies in the wrong way. So, in the middle we've got the Madam Daughter, Winds of Change. Your surroundings will undergo transition. What's the difference between transition and transformation? Transition. Oh, wait. I'm not having that done, thanks. Stop taking the whole thing. Okay, the winds of change foretell of a shift in your current circumstances that may potentially alter your destiny. Ooh. You must decide whether to stay your course or adapt your current direction to flow with the changes. New prospects and potential new problems looming on the horizon. Brace yourself for the possibility of a forthcoming tempest, and be prepared for alterations in your surroundings that may deeply affect your life. The winds of change compel us to leave our personal comfort zones. At times, this forced change is necessary to help us grow. What may originally be, already yawn, sorry about that. What may, spiritual yawn there. Hey spirit, thank you spirit. What may originally be perceived as upheaval to our lives may actually be the impetus, I love the word impetus, that sets us down a more prosperous path. I prefer prosperous, more better word. The winds of change may bring an end to a stifled relationship. Gosh, yes, please. I haven't got any. The end to fresh air. Or call you to pursue a more rewarding career. The winds of change will compel you to evaluate your current situation to discover what matters most in your life, urging you to decide which direction you truly wish to pursue. Those who go against the winds will face resistance, and that journey may be more difficult. They will inevitably go wherever they choose in life. Those who allow the winds to guide them will have smooth sailing, but will not have the freedom to decide their own course. Oh, it's a gambler's card, then. Oh, so you have to trust that spirit knows best, and they might take you somewhere. You know, you might set sail for Tierra del Fuego. And if you keep battling, you'll end up in Tierra del Fuego, and actually there's not an awful lot in Tierra del Fuego. If you trust spirit, you might end up in El Dorado. Ooh, imagine that. There you go. Those who allow the winds to guide them will have smooth sailing, but will not have the freedom to decide their own course. The choice is yours. Whether you will defy or surrender to the winds, you must decide. If you are a relentless pioneer who works diligently to blaze your own trail, or a follower who relaxes in the comfort of complacency. Well, that's a bit rough, isn't it, calling it complacent? A bit of both, really. Can't I do both? Why make me choose? Obviously, I'm just personalising it for the sake of sort of having a little row again. Rebellion against the machine. I always talk to the books and sort of, there you go. Hopefully I'm asking the questions that you would ask. So there are benefits to both mindsets which can be looked at as pursuing a more fulfilled life versus enjoying a simpler life. Oh, there you go. So you can have a bit of both. It's like a running buffet then, isn't it? With a set menu. Okay, where are we up to? I'm lost now. You're not confused, are you? Okay. So she's got wins. 39. I don't need the Russian one. This is a small type. This is tiny. Temple. Oh, let's hold it up then. Temple at Legina or Legina. I don't know if it's a soft G or not. How do you evoke the sacred in the real world to honour the goddess? Your body is a living, breathing temple to Hecate, and how you treat it and look after it will reflect how you feel on multiple levels. How we treat our bodies will start to help us recognise how we can bring the what? The sacred into our everyday being. Stand in the sacred simple. The what? Oh, stand in the sacred temple of Hecate and worship. There you go. Apologies for not best reading because I just can't find my reading lanes. I thought I had it, but it's. I invited the fairies in the other day and they moved things around for a few days for you. So there you go. My fae folk. Right, so let's get a bit of Tarot. Showtime. Oh, let's have this one. So what have we got here? This is about doing a ceremony to. And this is about navigation, really, isn't it? Change is coming. I mean, the only constant thing in life is change, isn't it? So, there's nothing new there. It's just more of a reminder to say, are you going to be difficult about it? Or are you going to just put your sails up and, see which bit of land hits you first, you see what I mean? Or somewhere in between. So there's quite a lot of sacredness going, and there's surrender or be done, it's a bit pig-headed. So there's a lot of, so this is much more sort of spiritual reading than before. Okay. So we've got the size of that on there. Yep. We've got the Seven of Cups. Okay, well you've obviously done a lot of research, or she's done a lot of research, and now it's time to focus. Because the Seven of Cups is third decan Scorpio. I think the constellation is Hercules, isn't it? It's definitely third decan Scorpio. And then, so it's the last decan of Scorpio. And the next one is the Eight of Wands, first decan Sagittarius. So you're going from feeling slightly stuck because you've been doing your homework and you think, now I've got all these options, which one do I go with? Maybe I've done a little too much. But it's nice to know what your options are. Oh, I'm terribly like this one. I have to go around the shop twice. If I'm looking for stuff, I have to go around. I have to see everything. and then make my mind up, because I would hate to think that I'd missed something. You know, especially like TK Maxx or somewhere like that, and you think, oh, well, what if that perfect thing's over there? But I'm very good at, we call it racking. You know, when you go to TJ Maxx in America, you don't touch anything. You need to. I'll take a pendulum now and go, right, where's the good stuff? Saves a lot of time actually using a pendulum. So, but once you make your mind up in this 7 of Cups, you know, on that cusp there, 8 of Wands, whoosh, off you go with it. So the 7 of Cups, although it's sometimes maligned as, oh, you know, you're procrastinating, or you've done too much, or you this, that, the other. It's part of the process, which actually the very next step is once you make that decision, you're off. So it's a bit like a sort of a 4 of Swords-ish feeling and energy-wise, but you know, it's a pause, isn't it? Whilst you make your mind up. But you must have, and just think, where have you been before there? You've been to the 6 of Cups before that. And looking back over the past isn't always easy. So looking over the past, you've come up with these options. And that's maybe what the time is, because you've been doing some healing. It's quite a healing card, the 7 of Cups, I think. Some of those cups have got sort of links back to the past in them. And you think, oh God, if I choose that path, I've got to deal with that whole scenario. I've got to go and see those relatives again. I've got to, you know. So, and some of them, everything's new, fresh, sprinkly, sparkly, fabulous. And that would involve, there's a different set of issues. I've got to leave everything behind. So it's not really what's in the cup, it's what that cup brings, or the sacrifices you have to make for choosing that cup. But as I say, once you've chosen it, 8 of Wands, off you go. Fastest moving energy. Ooh, regrets, I have a few. And then we get to a few to mention. So this looks like somebody might have chosen one of these 7 cups and it hasn't worked out so well. So I mean, we just had Mercury retrograde, didn't we, not so long ago? So it might have pulled back, and it's time to choose another cup and try something again. Let's see how this works out. Which is why it says if you're off your spiritual path, doesn't it? So it feels like you've chosen a cup, it's gone wrong, but all you've got to do is go back, because you've done all the homework on the other cups. You've got 6 spares there. So it's not like you've got to go through the 7 of Cups again. You just got to pick up another cup now. That's all you got to do. There you go, look, 8 of Cups. Oh, perfect, so you've actually moved on. So this is brilliant then. This is an advantage. Use it to your advantage. Oh look, we've got the Ace of Swords there. So yeah, so by eliminating one of these, even though it looked good, you still made progress from the 7 to the 8 of Cups, because maybe this is if you'd have chosen another cup here, this would be one that you would have regretted, or possibly regretted not taking, but because you did choose it and it worked out sort of negatively, you think, oh right, yes, okay, I know exactly which one to go for next time. I made a mistake. There you go. That's all you did. That's all you did. You made a mistake. You go back and you choose the other one that you know you should have gone for last time, but maybe you were sort of pressured into choosing that one, which is why you feel removed from spirit at the moment, which is why you need to do the ceremony. Then things will change and you'll feel a lot better about things, because maybe your confidence is there. This is it. This is like the headspace and the confidence. And maybe you've not been eating properly or been looking, because you just, you know, the inner critic's been coming in a bit too much. Oh, this is good. But so the 8 of Cups means you're walking away from this mistake, really. Let's use it, isn't it? There you go, look. Oh, we've got the card for Virgo. Perfect. And I love, what I love about this is she's in an egg, basically, and she's just about to press the button and the shell will crack and out she comes again. So it's almost a bit like a rebirth again. Maybe you tucked yourself away because your confidence took a bit of a battering. But look, the whole process has been enriching, King of Pentacles. So you haven't lost anything. I mean, you've gained 7 to the 8 of Cups. You know, the knowledge will never be wasted because you won't make that mistake again. I'm talking to you. I should be talking to the Empress, but you know, if anybody can get inspiration from this, then great. That's what it's all here for. Who's this one? Page of Swords. Again, this is a card for doing your homework. Can you see that? Yeah. This is the Page of Swords. And this is a card for making that decision. So, and here we go. So the mistake. So all you do is you go back to your homework. Yeah. And hopefully, what we'll get this time, we'll get a progress card like the Chariot, or maybe even the 8 of Wands or something. Oh look, it's a Chariot. It's a Chariot. You can't make it up. Oh wow. There we go. Where's my vape? Oh, if I was a drinking man, I'd have a sip. But no. Wow. I need. Oh, I love it. I love it. So I just surprised my own self there. What a beautiful Chariot card that is too. Can you read that? Chariot. It says Chariot. Sorry. Well, I need to, can I ding a bell? Ding, 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 ding. Oh yes, I can. Yeah. Let's just sell it. Let's just sell it. I'm not being obnoxious. It's just when you do that, you get such a rush. And you think. So. Thank you, Spirit, because it's a lot of fun doing that. So that I'm not being obnoxious, I'm not being big-headed, but I love it. You get such a whoomp when because that was a message from Spirit to me to say, say the word. I'm not bigging myself up. It's just a real kick when that happens. Anyway, there you go. We'll chalk that one up and say thank you for it. Okay, what we have in next Knight of Cups? No. Oh, anyway, so at the bottom we just have the Ace of Swords again. So yeah, true. Oh, I love that. It just makes you know you're on the right path, and it. Yeah, I love it. So, yeah, let's just go back to it. So you made your mistake, and you've got to go back to the 7 of Cups, but you're going to come back through here onto the Chariot this time. Yeah? Vroom. So let's think about what kind of card we would like. Well, so what's she looking for? She's looking for... So we don't really want a court card, do we? Because a court card would even be a demotion for her. So we either want a major arcana or to go from there. So look at a result card. We don't want like a waiting card or a regrets card type thing. Let's see what we've got coming here then. Knight of Pentacles. Well, that even Oh, I see where this is going. Okay. Because we've got the King of Pentacles here, Knight of Pentacles. It's delayed. It is delayed success. The Knight of Pentacles. So let's go again. But the thing is, you might feel. See, this is where this doubt is coming in, because even though it's success, King of Pentacles here, you're still thinking of it as delayed success. No, you had to learn this lesson, whatever it was. So this is not wasted. And that's what I was saying before. This was not a wasted experience. Think about what you learned from that. Well, exactly. This is the winds of change thing, isn't it? All over. Absolutely. I just love it when it all syncs together like this. I'll take the bottom one only. Right, what's that one? King of Swords. That's about having a plan. But to go from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords means, I mean, that's what she's doing. He's going from Empress to Emperor. So I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said any court cards with big emotion for her, because it's in the context of them. So I got that wrong, and I apologise, because I shouldn't have spoken like that. Well, I shouldn't have put it in that way, but I was thinking on a different level, if you see what I mean. So there you go. I've just learned something too. Don't speak like that. But I don't mind admitting my mistakes. You see. So from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords, King of Pentacles. That's because out of the court cards, it is at the beginning, and the amateur ending up the expert. And within the relationship, even though there's only two of them, this would be the beginner, this would be the expert. So this really is her accepting the fact that she's likely to make mistakes. She's not going to get it right the first time every time. And it's the lesson of accepting the winds of change, because it might just be one step up in the relationship, but let's say within the empire, people are going to be looking for her to trip over, aren't they? They might even be trying to trip her over. And then dent her confidence and go, oh, well, you got that wrong. You didn't get out of the car very nicely that day. I was knackered, actually. my hips hurt. You know, the pressure would be huge. But what's lovely here is the winds of change is the middle card here, and the Chariot to carry. And look, it's a boat card as well. It was talking about setting sail. So to have the winds of change and the boat there, that's lovely. And it's the boat that takes you from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. And it's the boat position that gets you from the mistake background, going to your homework, get in the boat, and still move on, leaving the old thing behind. This is beautifully placed. The cards are beautifully placed too. Move that up a little bit though. So yeah, this is a progress thing, but you mustn't let this inner critic. So you can understand why the Eight of Swords is sort of suggested here. If there's a feeling of the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, there are 4 kings, there are 4 queens, there's only one emperor. And I'm sure everybody gets there a different way. And just he's quite an old-looking emperor. You know, people, as you're replacing him or trying to take on part of his duties, people will probably have forgotten about his mistakes at the beginning. The same the way they will forget about your mistakes at the beginning. In time, it's just they feel because you'll be nervous. This is about feeding your mind only good stuff, isn't it? And getting your confidence from spirit, not from other people. Because maybe this Three of Swords was from listening to somebody. Yes, it did. It felt like that was an influence. And I said at the time, the mistake was because you listened to somebody else and not to spirit. Okay. The Scorpio card. So this transformation. We had transition here, didn't we? Oh, justice. Wow. Well, this makes me think that this Three of Swords was somebody deliberately tricking you or doing you something. They set you up to fail. Somebody might have set you up to fail here. So you felt like you didn't put your best foot forward. You probably did, but you were lied to. You were deceived in some way. So you've had to go back to spirit. And this is about the temple and spirit. This is all about ceremony. Yeah. And you got the Hermit here. Yeah. Be careful of your sources of reference. Yeah. And the last card is the Page of Pentacles. Wonderful. Well, that's fresh. That's just. And I love that colour. Amazing. Page of Pentacles. Let's get. We'll get one flank. We'll get one for her, one for him. One for her position, one for his position. Okay. Oh, there you go. You'll get it right this time. Six of Swords. And just almost the placement of this as well. It's on top of that mistake. Yeah, that mistake, you know, I could have put it down here and led off down here, but I did. For some reason, I put that card there, and it's covered your mistake. You'll soon forget about that mistake, whatever it was or whatever it will be. You know, you don't get it right first time every time. It's inhuman to do that. So what's on the other side of here, please? Thank you, Spirit. Here we go with that one. Queen of Cups. Well, that's lovely. Because you're bringing feminine power, the other side of this transition here, into a previously masculine role. So you might soften up the role if he was a bit sort of Captain Von Trapp and Whistly. You know, you're going to bring a few curtains in, aren't you? You know. brown paper packages tied up with string and all that. So that's good because you managed to port quite a lot of the femininity. They haven't sort of turned you into hardened. The result will not be a hardened woman, a bit like Mrs. Thatcher. You're like a masculine woman on this side of it. You're determined to bring the power of the feminine power over here. And let's not forget that that is a female hermit there. So there's a lot of the strength of, and then we've got justice here as well. Madame la Justice. So this is feminine power. It's going full steam at what is considered the patriarchy. Right? So that's very nice. Here's that. So we'll see what demon you might have to negotiate. Okay. And it's up to you to check the demon out. I don't really want to spend much time with them, you know. It's just for information purposes. Okay, what about that one? Oh, it's the same one again. We had a robust earlier on, 3 of Pentacles. So that would be for teamwork. Let's get another one because but take a look at a robust. If you don't look to the other message, at least look at a robust, because that would be someone. There's going to be issue about you working together with people, or getting together with people, or somebody's trying to put a block on you getting together with people. Okay. Oh. 8 of Cups, the par. Now that's very interesting. But, shall I tell you why? Yes, please. Yeah. Because here you've got the 8 of Cups, and you get the 8 of Cups after you realise that from the 7 of Cups you chose a cup, and that cup hasn't worked out so well. So even though you've gone forward, as we did this before, even though you've gone forward to the 8 of Cups, it means you've got to go back to your homework and come a different way. Okay? But there's a demon sitting on your 8 of Cups there. The demon of the 8 of Cups is sitting there. Oh, that's a double whammy, isn't it? Because there's somebody stopping you actually going back to do that fresh loop, and then they're stopping you trying to move forwards and meet up with the other people to get adjusted. So they're trying to isolate. It's almost like an isolation tactic there, isn't it? Okay, well, good luck with that. But at least we can identify and put those two working together in sync with what's going on there. Anyway, I wish you luck. Take good care.